Hi, Alabama. I didn't really understand what happened. Let's go to the news. In a surprising turn in the halls of high school football, the star offensive lineman from Evans High School has announced his change of allegiance to the University of Georgia, marking a new chapter in his promising sports career. The news broke Tuesday morning, leaving the Alabama Crimson Tide community perplexed and undoubtedly disappointed by the turnaround in the talented athlete's decisions following the retirement of legendary coach Nick Saban earlier this month. Short's decision becomes even more impactful in light of the recent departures of other stars, such as five-star receivers Ryan Williams and Jamie French, who also opted out of the Tide over the past 6 days. This series of departures raises questions about the team's future under new leadership and highlights the challenges University of Alabama recruiters will face in the coming months. Short's initial commitment to Alabama in April of last year brought significant hope to the Crimson Tide community. However, changes to the team's structure with Nick Saban's retirement have opened up uncertainty, prompting Short's visit to the University of Georgia campus this past weekend. That visit, planned before Saban's decision, took on crucial importance, culminating in the star forward's change of allegiance. The presence of several college coaches, including representatives from renowned institutions such as Ohio State and Clemson, at Evans High School last week underscores the aura of competitiveness that surrounds the search for talent in the high school football scene. Short's ability to attract offers from top institutions like Georgia and Ohio State, even after his initial commitment to Alabama, highlights his coveted position in the world of sports recruiting. Standing at an impressive 6'4" and 315 pounds, Short has emerged as one of the most sought-after offensive line prospects across the country since his freshman days. His remarkable consistency earned him a two-time Augusta Chronicle Dreams 16 title and All-Area selection. The rising star, in addition to his exceptional physical abilities, has also received praise for his exemplary work ethic and humble attitude, traits that have made him a respected figure both on the field and in the classroom. Evans coach, Barrett Davis, was full of praise when describing Short's character. His parents raised him the right way. He is a good Christian young man and very humble, highlighted Davis. He works hard in the weight room. He stays on top of his work in the classroom. He's never been stubborn and is a yes, sir and no, sir kind of kid. Overall, it's an honor to have you on our program. While Short's decision left many Alabama fans stunned, it is undeniable that his trajectory thus far is a testament not only to his exceptional athletic ability, but also to his solid integrity and character. The future holds challenges for both the star offensive lineman and the Crimson Tide, but as in sports, unexpected twists often shape the most exciting storylines. It now remains to be seen how this change of scenery will influence not only Short's career, but also the fate of the Alabama Crimson Tide next season and beyond.
And there's more news. Kalen DeBoer continues to fill out his staff, settling on South Alabama head coach Kane Wommack as his defensive coordinator. DeBoer and Wommack worked together on Indiana's staff in 2019. DeBoer as the Hoosiers' offensive coordinator and Wommack as defensive coordinator. Wommack, 36, just finished his third season as South Alabama's head coach and led the Jaguars to bowl games each of the past 2 seasons. South Alabama won 10 games in 2022, the most in school history as an FBS program. In his final season as Indiana's defensive coordinator in 2020, Wommack was a finalist for the Broyles Award, which went to the top assistant coach in the country. The Hoosiers led the Big Ten that season with 20 forced turnovers. When promoted from linebackers coach to defensive coordinator in 2019, Wommack at the team was the youngest Power 5 defensive coordinator. In general, this is seen as a solid hire. Hopefully the players feel that way, since the NCAA created this one-way portal mess. Trey Amos is the most recent to enter. That one is a bit surprising, but he does only have 1 year of eligibility left, and DeBoer is reportedly heavily recruiting all Pac-12 corner Jabbar Muhammad from Washington, who is also in the portal. Former 5-star Domani Jackson was already brought in from USC as well. There is one DB that no Alabama fan wants to see in the transfer portal, and this ESPN fellow mentioned him yesterday. I'm not familiar with Van Haren, but he appears to live in Michigan. What I can tell you is that from the day that Saban retired, Ohio State folks seemed convinced that they were going to be able to purchase Caleb's services. Some of those are probably his sources here. That said, it's only common sense to be concerned about Downs since Travaris Robinson left. Hopefully he stays, but Alabama will still field a team either way, and a damn good one. Caleb has been completely mum thus far and has reportedly attended both meetings that DeBoer has held, including one last night. Nick Kelly has some DeBoer stories for you. DeBoer and Sioux Falls had just lost 55-0 to Carroll College in Montana. Then, to get to the post-game interview, DeBoer had to go up to the press box, an open press box at that, in Helena, Montana, in December where it was colder than heck, Frederick said. Oh, and one more thing, DeBoer had to climb a ladder to get to the press box where the radio crew sat. Some coaches wouldn't take that whole scenario well. Then there's DeBoer. He wasn't mad, Frederick said. He wasn't disturbed. Instead, DeBoer sat down during the commercial break and munched on a bag of chips left over from the halftime meal. Once back from commercial, he answered questions for about 10 minutes. He wasn't short with his answers, Frederick said. He knew what they needed to do to go forward. They had to get better up front in the trenches and establish a ground game.
And the latest news and commentary of the day. The musical chairs in the world of college football continue to surprise fans and analysts alike, especially when it comes to recruiting talented youngsters. Coach Mike Norvell's recent decision to remain in Tallahassee, opting to lead the Florida Seminoles rather than take over the renowned Alabama program, was already intriguing. However, the turnaround takes on a new shape with the surprising move of Javian Hilson, a young defensive star, from the Crimson Tide to the Seminoles. The news, released on Tuesday afternoon via social media, took many by surprise. Hilson, a four-star defensive end with a top 50 2025 prospect rating, has decided to take his talents to Tallahassee, transforming himself into one of the Seminoles' most coveted targets in the upcoming recruiting cycle. His decision is a significant blow for the Crimson Tide and a strategic victory for the Seminoles, who were able to bring a crucial piece to their defense. Hilson's track record at Cocoa High School this past junior season is impressive and has undoubtedly caught the attention of the nation's top universities. With 94 tackles, 27 tackles for loss, 14 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery and 2 pass deflections, Hilson played a key role in the Tigers winning back-to-back state championships. His ability to impact the game defensively places him as one of the most promising players in his class. Hilson's move to the Seminoles is not only a win for Norvell's team, but it also further solidifies the Seminoles' position in the draft. With Trammell Jones Jr., Solomon Thomas and Ethan Pritchard already on board, Hilson's addition puts the recruiting class, #Tribe25, in the top 15 in the country. The 6'4", 225-pound defensive end is ranked as the number 46 overall prospect, the number 4 edge and the number 7 recruit in the state of Florida, according to 247 Sports. In addition to Hilson, the Seminoles have managed to land 5 transfers from Alabama in recent weeks. The arrival of Roydell Williams, Malik Benson, Terrence Ferguson II, Sean Murphy and Earl Little Jr. solidifies the connection between the programs, highlighting Norvell's ability to attract talent not only among young recruits, but also experienced players seeking a change of scenery. What does this mean for the future of the programs? Norvell's decision to remain in Tallahassee and Hilson's choice to join the Seminoles add a new layer of intrigue to the upcoming season. How will these changes affect the balance of power at the SEC and beyond? How will Alabama adjust to the loss of significant talent? These are questions that will only be answered once the teams take the field, but without a doubt, the college football scene will continue to surprise and delight avid fans. And what is your opinion? Comment.